battle supreme. Follow your destiny in the battle supreme. Fight for your legacy in the battle supreme. Follow your destiny, battle supreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Arbor Creek's Battle Supreme. As always, I want to thank you for listening to the podcast, watching the podcast, and supporting us. And make sure to check us out on all your preferred social media sites. Head over to our website, arborcreektheband.com. You sign up for our mailing list. We'll probably send you something for free, let you know what we got going on, all that good stuff. And, yeah. We got a sick episode lined up today. I think it's going to be one of my personal favorites. So, very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
Take it away, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, I'm doing the grand unveiling to give you a taste of what we're dealing with today. Give me a minute.
Take your time. Easy now.
Naked, dude?
Woo! The shirt's coming off too.
We're going to get banned.
Just kidding.
YouTube's going to take this down.
Bought in Memphis, Tennessee.
You damn right I got the blues.
What year?
You damn right.
2013.
Nice.
Yeah, this was me and Larry went on a little family trip with my ma, and we went to Memphis and Nashville. And I think it's only fitting to wear today. It's really big, and it's old.
It's big.
But I pulled it out for this one. I also got from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I got a blues hat. So,
He's prepared.
I got the blues, but I ain't sad. It's a good one. It's a good blues. You know what I mean? A little shuffle, a little jiving. Up on deck. Speaking of Beale Street, we have the Beale Street Blues King, B.B. King.
Oh, boy.
If this guy's the king of the blues, the next guy must be like the freaking chancellor or something.
The czar.
Yeah, dude.
Because
The czar of the blues.
we got Buddy Guy.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh.
Two Titans.
You heard it right.
They, at one point, God rest BB's soul, they were like the two left, and now we just got Buddy, and they were the guys that went way back and knew everybody.
Yeah.
From Muddy and on. Dude, it gives me chills. Like, they knew, like, everybody. That's why, I'm just going to say it. We recently saw Buddy Guy. I mean, we've seen him a bunch of times, but we saw him at Legends.
We experienced Buddy Guy.
January
Yeah.
22nd.
You know what I mean?
And dude's an animal still. It's just awesome.
86 years young.
He's a gifted human being.
Preserve that man. Protect him at all costs.
For anyone who's never seen him, it's hard to put into words, but
Go see him.
he's just pure entertainment in a human, and just so much soul.
He's funny.
He's just got it all.
He does everything.
He's everything. Like, there's not a moment that you don't want to just watch what he's doing. Like, he just is captivating.
He fucks with the audience.
Yeah, like he's just literally one of the greatest people you could ever watch perform. Truly. It's incredible.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, bona fide legend.
Living legend.
Well, we're going to start off with the 1 point round. We're doing vocals.
Oh, boy. It's kind of crazy.
Buddy Guy versus BB King. It's tough. It's tough because they're honestly like both blues, but both totally different.
Completely different.
Completely. Like,
That's why it's hard.
it's just like night and day. One's just a fangry just on both things he does, and then one's just like smooth,
Yeah.
But he could still, go hard as well. Yeah, this one's going to be interesting on the guitar front, on the vocal front, all of it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
David, hit me first.
All right. Well, it's very tough. This whole thing's going to be tough because they are different, and sometimes it's hard to like decide between the differences alone, because it's like, well, first of all, do you prefer a certain style or a certain way, and then once you get past that, it's like, well, who does their thing better? And so it's just difficult to even think about. Like, there's too many layers to this, I feel like.
And they both only do their thing the way they could do.
Exactly.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like, they're both the best at what they do. BB King, man, they both have so much soul in their voices. Buddy Guy's just like a loose cannon with everything. Like his voice, his guitar playing, it's like he's just like a firework of a musician. BB King is a little bit more composed. He still gets wild, but he's a little bit more composed, and he's got a little bit more, smoothness. I mean, they're both smooth, but I think BB King has a little bit more smoothness to him. Where Buddy's a little bit more rough around the edges, And it's a really tough choice, because as I've said, they're both fantastic at what they do. But I gotta go BB King on vocals. I'm gonna go BB King.
Look like you broke a sweat a little bit.
This whole episode is gonna be
It's like pulling
awful.
teeth.
Yeah, it's absolutely awful for me.
Sweet. Frank, go ahead.
I mean, I've seen Buddy Guy a few times now. I mean, I never had the pleasure of seeing BB King. So really, all I can go off of his is like live videos and studio recordings. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to go with... I'm going to have to go with Buddy Guy. Just because, like, seeing him live and, like, hearing him live, I really think he has one of, like, the best, like, male voices. At least, definitely top 10. Borderline top 5. And his live performance when he does Mary Had Little Lamb.
Oh yeah.
Like all the little, I don't even know. Like we just saw him a few weeks ago, and there was a part of the show where he was singing, but he sang like what he would have played on the guitar, but like he sang it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just
He's a whole unit.
he's amazing. So I'm going with Buddy Guy.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Larry, you gotta
Yeah, this is a tough one.
break it.
I don't want to hurt
Tiebreaker
anybody.
for you.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
Yeah, we're only hurting ourselves.
Even making the
really.
decision, because it's like I don't want to do any. Like it's not even. I don't know. There's a lot of similarities, especially in their earlier stuff. I mean, Buddy Guy would tell you a lot. He's alive today, and he'll tell you that he wanted to be like BB King when he was young, and that's what his father told him to do. And that's what his father told him to do. If you play like BB King, you're gonna be all right. Basically, was the news, in so many words. And there's interviews of him saying that. So it's like, where would he be? Like you got to have BB King in there, man. And BB King is like, I mean, he's definitely. I don't even want to say clean cut because that's not what it is. But like Memphis style blues is way more like horns and you're wearing a suit and
Yes.
everybody's kind of bopping around. Chicago blues is cold as hell and it's cutthroat. That's plain and simple. Like, and Buddy Guy is Chicago blues. And BB King is more of a Memphis blues, and there is a cross between the two.
Well, yeah,
But like
it's
you don't
all
really,
blues,
you don't really hear a lot of harmonica in Memphis blues like with BB King. You'll hear it in Buddy Guy when he was with Junior Wells and stuff like that. Buddy Guy went through an era where he did have horns in his band too. He was kind of like crossing over, but the vocals is just insane. Like I'm gonna have to just go with BB King for just the fact that he's been around a little bit longer.
Yeah, that was a tough call.
Yeah, it hurts. BB King.
Wow.
Yeah, this whole episode hurts a little bit.
The video that I was thinking of for BB King for vocal style was I forget the name of it, but it's the one where it's like I took you to a nice dinner He said thanks for the snack.
Buddy Guy played that.
That's what I was gonna say. Buddy Guy played that live also.
How Blue Can You Get?
That's
the name
what
of
it's
the
called?
song. Yeah.
But the video,
Tedeschi Trucks Band does that too.
yeah, the video where he's in a suit, he's playing at a college or something. I think, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure his string breaks during the video.
BB King.
Yes, and then when he gets to the chorus, he's just fucking belting. Yeah, it's some intense stuff.
There's footage of him in Cook County doing that.
Oh yeah.
Live at Cook County is
That
amazing.
song.
Album. That one you got, David, live at Old Miss.
Yeah, the Ole Miss one
Fire.
is good. It's crazy. A lot of blues live records are like this. We were just talking about this. We're like, it's like,
Oh,
sorry. It's like the first half is like calmer and collected, and then the second halves just go absolutely insane. It's wild.
It's almost like he was playing the two separate audiences.
Yeah. Well, it's like before everyone's drunk and after everyone's drunk.
Yeah.
It's a warm up,
essentially.
you know.
Yeah.
You warm everybody up,
It's crazy.
and then you just
Like, he's like, yeah, now see what's
Slay it.
actually going on.
That Ole Miss
Yeah.
one is a great example of that.
Yeah,
Like
'cause-
if you listen to that album, like the first half of it, it's like such a classic, good blues live performance, and then it just goes absolutely haywire, and it's like, what is even going on? It's wild.
great show.
Yeah, a lot of side tangents here. Sorry.
I have a feeling there was going to be some on this one. Have a lot of memories attached to these guys.
Yeah, it's wild.
This one's going to be equally as hard. It might be harder. It might be harder. Guitar. They're both. Oh my god. Both of them in their own way. It's like the same thing as the vocals. They're totally different, like players,
Yeah.
you know. But you got Buddy Guy, just Shredsville unorthodox style. The Buddy Guy notes, just the complete jagness on the guitar.
The battle cries.
All
Yeah.
dude, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The just like
The
the
battle
ugly
cry.
Screaming, dude. Just screeching.
And then you got BB, who no slouch himself, like, but low key. Me and Larry talking about this. It's like he's known for a thing, and he definitely has more of the slow hand compared to Buddy Guy. But he hits his notes precisely and stuff. But if you listen to some of the live albums, dude, he shreds.
He
He's like
also
sweeping,
goes
bro.
hard.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah, he goes hard.
And they all say for a reason. He's never hit a wrong note in his life. That's everyone said about him.
It's facts.
He's flawless. Beautiful. And their tones are totally different. Ah, man. It's going to be hard. Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Larry, just
I'll
go.
go.
Because
I'll go
I know
first.
you have a lot to say about them.
Wow.
Yeah, I love them. I love guitar players, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Oh man.
Please elaborate.
What I was saying, earlier about BB King, I feel like BB King is like underrated for as good as he already is publicly rated. He's even better than people that think he's the best. He's even better than they realize.
Totally agree with you.
You know what I
100%.
mean? Like, he's even better than people even recognize him for being the greatest already.
Yep.
He's even better than that when you really dig into his sound, because he really saves it for those people that really go hard. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to be deep in the groove of BB King for him to really start showing you what he's all about, because he'll play the flashy, showy shit for a million people all fucking day. But you're deep in his albums, like you were saying, and he'll just start playing like unexplainable phrasings with such confidence and such class all the way through it, no matter what. And like Al said, like he does not hit wrong notes. So that's my thing on BB King. I love him to death. Buddy Guy, I have Buddy Guy in my top 3 favorite guitar players of all time, because I read something that Stevie Ray Vaughan had said about Buddy Guy, and I agree with it entirely, and I always say this. He's the fastest, slowest, quietest, loudest guitar player that you would ever hear. In 60 seconds of his music, he could literally hit 2 notes, 200 notes. You never know. You know what I mean? He'll hit 1 note and just let it sit there with the and just ring. The amp will just ring forever, and the band will just be grooving away, and he'll just be like in the sound. Or he'll be over everything on his own tempo with his own style and his own thing. And what I like about Buddy Guy is he does do the B.B. King stuff too. And if you listen to his early 60s recordings, I mean, he's playing all those sweet licks. He kind of kept up with the times, I feel, a little bit more, and like never dated himself. Like then he was like, there's footage of him playing for Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? Like Hendrix watched Buddy Guy play guitar. You can see it happen. And it's just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, and you know Hendrix, you know what I'm saying? He was on tour with the Dead. Like he did stuff with more into the psychedelic like area that B.B. King didn't really touch, I feel, as much. And he kind of kept up with the times a little bit more, which kind of gave him an edge to me on guitar because he was that bridge. You know what I mean? He played with Eric Clapton and shit like that. And so did B.B. King, but not so much in the 60s. Like, but when they were both like younger, you know what I'm saying? Like, Buddy Guy was a little bit younger, but still in that age with B.B. King and those guys. But he was a younger cat in those days, like early 60s, 50s, where B.B. King was putting out hella albums already in the 1950s. Buddy Guy wasn't doing that so much. He was more like session work, just playing in Chicago and stuff like that. But something crazy to me and like put in perspective. There's footage of Buddy Guy playing guitar with Sunhouse. Sunhouse was noted to have played with Robert Johnson. I mean, Buddy Guy played with somebody that was one handshake away from Robert Johnson himself. Like, he played and performed with somebody that had supposedly played and performed with Robert Johnson. Think about that. I don't know if B.B. King may have done that.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, B.B. King may have done that too, but I have not seen footage of that. And it could have happened. I'm not saying that he's not worthy of that or anything, but there's footage, and it was recorded, of Buddy Guy and Sunhouse. And it's just like, wow. I love that. I have to put Buddy Guy as my favorite over B.B. King. But I love B.B. King so much, too. Damn, my heart's racing, bro.
You're really engaged in that answer.
Bro.
It's fucking
It's
crazy,
like that.
dude.
It's like that.
Yeah, you love him, dude.
David should go next.
It's like that.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, God. Well, I agree with everything that Larry said. I pretty much feel the same way about everything that was talked about. And adding on to what you're talking about with Buddy Guy, one of the coolest things when you see him play live is when they get like ridiculously quiet. And you were saying like he's the quietest and loudest, and it's literally so true. It couldn't be more true.
Yeah, it's
Like
amazing.
if you see him, it's literally they'll get so quiet.
Everything is just it's just absorbing your attention.
And that's the craziest thing is that a band could get so quiet, he could play so soft, but you're just captivated, and it's so perfect. And I'm saying it's so quiet that you talk and it's louder than the band. And it's like, it's stupid. It's just ridiculous.
It's like a live whisper.
Yeah, the control and the fact that they do it so well and that he does it so well. And another thing about him as a guitar player is like, especially when he was young, it's like there's just so much aggression and rock in his blues guitar playing that I love. And like Larry was saying, he really is like this bridge crossover person. Like he's a blues artist. His music is blues.
For sure.
But as a guitar player, it's almost like he's really no different than any of the rock guitar players were.
Or like funk.
Yeah, or funk or anything.
Whatever.
Like he like when you see him, he'll literally do covers of anything that he likes.
Yeah.
And it could be any genre, but he makes it his own. But it just shows you like that he can fit the shoes.
He's been around.
Yeah, and he's been around. And it's such a cool thing. And B.B. King, he don't play a wrong note. He's insane. And like I was saying, when you listen to like live albums and you get deep into it, and when he starts to really go crazy, it truly is like it should. Like Larry was saying earlier, like he's underrated in the sense that people just think of like
a pioneer.
They think of him, as like just being this OG classic blues guy.
And
but
he
like
is,
when
but-
you dig deeper,
Yeah.
he was really pushing the limits and the boundaries, and that's really what inspired the people who were like huge fans of him. Like the other musicians who are huge fans of him were inspired by like that aspect more than the, media aspect or whatever you would want to call it. Like they were inspired by like how he was actually pushing things, but a lot of people just look at him as like classic because he did both, like like we said. They're both insanely talented, and it's a really, really hard choice to make because they're so different. They're both so good. And they play different guitars. Like as a guitar player, that's a huge thing.
It really is.
It's serious because like yes, the tone is in the person, but the guitar
Has a lot to do with it.
has a lot to do with
the
the
weapon,
tone, dude.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a predominantly Strat playing guitar player versus a dude playing semi-hollows.
Yeah, like specifically one guitar,
Yeah.
like almost the entire time.
Yeah, and those are completely different tones in guitar, and you get a lot difference. And I think a lot of guitar players who are Strat guitar players have an advantage over other guitar players because the Strat is just so famous and well known as a guitar, and it's kind of like known as like the blues guitar, like the shredder guitar.
It's really sharp.
Yeah, and it has a sound that like gives you an advantage. It cuts through everything. Like it's the guitar that is going to be heard, But like the guitar players who use, like a semi-hollow or like a big guitar, like they're gonna get some other kind of tones and like warmth and thickness that you're not gonna get from the Strat. And it's funny because it like matches B.B. King and who he is. Like his tone and the guitar literally matches like him, and it's so perfect for him.
Yeah.
Where Buddy Guy, it makes sense that he plays Strat because he's ridiculous, and can be so aggressive and so loud and screeching, and like that's the guitar that is capable of that. So it's insane, and it's really hard to choose because they're both just like I couldn't change a thing about either of them. I'd make it better ever. Like you could never do it. Like they're perfect for who they are as guitar players. If I have to make a choice, which I probably should, or else this episode is going to be like 5 hours long, I'm gonna go BB King,
Oh shit.
and it really doesn't even matter because I love them both, and I don't even feel bad about it because of that.
Yeah.
I don't even feel bad about it because it's like tomorrow I could say Buddy Guy. It doesn't even
Yeah,
matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. It's like any day I'm gonna have a different pick probably, but it's so hard because I've been listening to more BB King recently, but we just saw Buddy Guy, so it's like my brain is like just like I don't know. It's tough, but I'm going BB King.
Dude, it's up to you.
I was hoping it didn't come to this.
Dude, right?
Sorry.
It's up to you, dude.
The tiebreaker.
I won't be mad either way. I won't be mad at what you say.
No, yeah,
That's the
I
best
mean-
part.
I just like hearing people
That's why I
talk
wanted you
about
guys
it.
to go first. You guys are the guitar players, so
Yeah.
my answer's not going to be
He's
as
like, so
elaborate.
fuck you guys.
Oh God.
But you guys both kept mentioning BB King doesn't play any wrong notes. But I like the way that Buddy Guy plays the wrong
He
notes.
plays all the wrong notes, and it's
but
awesome.
they're so right. So my pick is Buddy Guy,
Yeah, that's like his thing. He's like the opposite in that
and
aspect.
that's like you were saying, like the rock aspect in his playing
Yeah,
is so much more prevalent than it is in BB King's playing.
100%.
But BB King still shreds.
But
Oh, yeah.
it was Buddy Guy doing that though, where people started doing it in rock music, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just crazy, yeah. Like like all the little tricks. He has so many little like goofy little tricks that'll just like make you like chuckle, like when you hear it and even see it.
Yeah, dude.
It's just fearless, like
Fearless is a great word.
He's just fearless. He's not afraid to
He
play
is-
something
does not
that
give a shit.
he doesn't care. Like he's just gonna play whatever he wants to play, and you're gonna enjoy it
It's
because
like,
he enjoys
it's like
it.
almost he doesn't even know what's about to happen.
Yeah, like he's so just fire off the cuff, like boom. He's feeling a lick, it just shoots out. Like it's crazy. It's awesome because then magical things happen all the time. Sorry,
Beautiful.
I'll stop.
Well,
Man. Next up. Who has the better band? Like, the guys behind them. I know it's been a bunch of people throughout the years. These guys were playing forever, and, you know. And obviously, like, we already know Buddy recently lost someone, so. You know, it's a ever-evolving thing.
And his drummer died.
Yeah,
I just found out-
and his drummer died a couple
just
years
found
ago,
out
too.
the
And
day of the show,
Marty Salmon.
Marty Salmon just
it
passed
was like
away.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
R.I.P.
Who has the better backing band? And you could look at it like, I feel like when you have a standalone blues artist, it's different than being in a band or a unit. It's like they're the guy and this is their band, and it's their Excalibur.
It's their
band.
extension of
Yeah, it's the
themselves.
extension of themselves. So it's just like
It's like exactly what they're hearing in their heads.
the relationship between them is like, it's just vital.
The
You know what I mean?
brainchild. Yes.
It's like those guys that they control the band, you know, and that's very, you know, famous in like that in a lot of blues artists and stuff.
The Cortex.
Exactly.
Watch out.
So we can elaborate who has the better backing band and who utilizes their backing band better. You can look at it like that way too. David wants to go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just go first. Get out the way. So, I'm gonna go BB King for the fact that when I listen to specifically the live stuff, because I'm gonna be honest here. You're talking about like blues albums and recordings. Generally, it's very standard stuff most of the time. There might be, you know, a certain album or certain tracks where like things go a little bit more interesting, but generally blues recordings, studio recordings
It's a
are
formula.
more standard. But when you get into the live realm,
It's a live music.
yeah, that's what it is.
Blues is meant to be live.
Yeah. BB King's band was crazy, and anyone he played with was crazy. Like, going back to the Ole Miss album
Crazy.
that I have,
Crazy work.
like some of the percussion work, like the horns, it's just so good. It's stupid. It's so good to me, and I love it. So I'm going to go with that, but I am going to praise Buddy Guy, because if you're in Buddy Guy's band,
Gotta watch what you're
there's
doing.
there's not a fucking second. There's not a single moment that you cannot be
There.
fully attentive and watching and ready for what he's going to do, because he will literally stop a song, play a lick, and expect you to be ready to start that next song in like a half of a second.
It's crazy.
Like, his control of the band is insane.
Even still now at 86.
Yeah, even still now. And it's just like, his band is amazing for that aspect of it. I'm going with BB King because I just think that maybe like the musicianship is a little bit better. But when it comes to Buddy Guy's band, it's like, it's a whole different type of skill to play with him. Like, you have to be ready. He is going to do whatever the fuck he wants, and you got to be ready to go with it. And I'm sure that he's probably played with people who weren't ready, and I'm pretty sure they probably got booted right away.
You're done.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you can't do it, you can't do it. Like, one rehearsal, and if you're not with it, you're not with it. Like, he's insane for that. Like, his control of the show and the energy is just ridiculous. I've never experienced anybody who does it the way. I mean, I've seen people like similar, like Corey Dennison, who we saw open for him. He'll do that a little bit too, where he'll control the band or he'll stop a song or do whatever, but it's just not at the level of Buddy Guy. Like, Buddy Guy's like the control is
It's
just
different.
It's insane.
He's like the epitome of that.
Yeah, like again, these people are the best at what they do. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's Buddy Guy's thing, and he is the best at it. Like, you might do it, but you're not going to be as good as he is.
It's like James Brown.
I was
Yeah.
literally gonna say James Brown's like another one who controls
crazy.
Yeah.
controls the band.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sick. Frank,
I'm going next.
go ahead.
Thanks, Al. I mean, I can go on and like nitpick each band and like break it down by instrument. But I'm just gonna go throw a curveball here, and I'm picking Buddy Guy because one time his backing band was Buddy Miles and Jack Bruce.
Which is some of the best musicians ever.
It's insane. Like you're saying, bro, it's crazy.
And that's the thing too. Is it's like, especially Buddy Guy, he has such a long career.
Yep.
He's played with so many people.
Yep. So many people that like a normal blues artist wouldn't have even played with, like you were talking about.
I mean, shit.
He
We
was
saw
always with the times.
We saw him play with two of his own bass players. One from years ago,
Yeah, it didn't make any
who just
sense.
showed up. You know,
He's like, yeah, he's in the crowd. He's gonna come play. Takes a solo. I'm like, oh damn.
plays the last song.
Up to me.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah,
I mean, nothing more needs to be said. They're both fantastic bands. I've seen Buddy Guy live a lot of times, so I feel like he kind of has an edge for me. The dynamic is just amazing. Like, just stretching off what David was saying. But BB King's band is awesome. They have a whole horn section, like almost always.
I'm a sucker for horns.
And that's like a thing in his band that's not in Buddy Guy's band, like most of the time. Not all the time, but. So it's interesting. Like, back to the whole like Chicago, Memphis like difference. Like, the Chicago blues is way more stripped down, like guitar, bass, drum, piano, harmonica, where you'll have maybe not even really piano, maybe piano, but like just drums, bass, guitar, and a horn section. So. I don't know. I really like BB King's band when they really play, when they just get into like these rhythms like for a long time. Like that happens, I feel like, more than it does when Buddy Guy's music is more sporadic.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the thing about Buddy Guy's music. You got to be on your toes. So I guess it really just depends on my mood.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But I'll just go with Buddy Guy because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Breathtaking.
I mean, it's hard
Yeah.
not to go that way.
Yeah.
I had to try not to go that way. I felt the same way though.
Sweet. Next. Who has more swag? More swagger.
Jesus
Dude, they're both so fly.
No, I know. It's
Oh,
It's just they're
you're killing
They
me.
got
but it's
it.
also they're really
That's the
they're really
thing,
they're like the
dude.
most different in that way.
They are.
I don't know.
Oh, it's so hard.
They both dress pretty nice, man. I mean, even BB King was.
But I'm
like,
thinking beyond the dressing, like how they carry
Yeah,
themselves.
exactly.
The
Yeah.
way
Their
they-
swagger of like, you know,
Yeah.
as a person, you know. That's the part that's vastly different.
all right. Who wants to go first?
I can go.
Go ahead.
I kind of see like a Venn diagram.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
because they're both old school. They're both sharp. They both like are gentlemen. But I feel like BB King is just a little bit more
raunchy.
a little more like reserved. Maybe, I don't know. At least
Sorry,
like
I thought you said Buddy Guy.
no,
My
no,
bad.
no, 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 no.
I'm talking about the wrong guy here.
Nah, yeah.
Raunchy.
I thought you were thinking that.
Yeah,
But,
my bad. My bad.
All good.
Wrong
I
beat.
feel like he's more like more old fashioned. Just more old fashioned, but not by any means less stylish, just a different era, like different vibe style.
He's like a southern gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like a gentleman,
You know.
always dressed.
Yep.
And then even like in his later days when he was sitting down, like he would have gold. He'd be having like crazy psychedelic button ups with gold chains and shit. Just fucking playing. He was bald and just, you know what I'm saying, rocking it, sitting down, still with the Gibson. And like he literally played until he died, God bless. But and he was rocking the style, I mean, the whole time. And then Buddy Guy, I mean, I'm just gonna keep going back to the fact that we had just seen him, so that's kind of unfair, but it's just what it is. We just saw him, and he's every single time, like you follow him on social media, every single day he posts a pic of his show, and he's just, his guitar matches the suit or the jacket or whatever. He was in overalls, he was doing this. It just fresh at all times, different hats, colorful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like styling and profiling, like. And it's just, man, it's amazing. Like, sometimes he'll be having, like, suspenders, you know what I'm saying? Like, different things, like, different fits all the time. Like, always, like, vibrant colors, like, very, like charismatic and, like, I don't know. But, I feel like I'll just go with Buddy Guy.
Sweet.
That's just, yeah, that's what I think. Because he'll still be up in a suit. Like, he played in the White House. He was still like in a suit. Like, he could still do that. Yeah, he was in the 60s. He was with the tux. Like, he just went through it. He just went through it all. Buddy Guy.
I'll ride with you, Frank. Go ahead.
I mean, again, I'm gonna have to revert back to the Buddy Guy video when he's playing with Jack Bruce and Buddy Miles. He's in this like super nice, like almost like electric blue suit, and I don't know. It was just, I don't know. I feel like he's more of my personality, like the way. I mean, I don't know the guy, but like the way he is on stage, like the way he is about himself, like
He's a little more goofy.
yeah, he just seemed more fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, so yeah, I'm gonna pick Buddy Guy.
And when he was at the Festival Express, he had that like white button up, and it was just like blowing in the wind, and he was just like shredding outside in like the midday. Such a sick video. Like he's just doing whatever. He went through the whole like dad rock phase, like in like the mid 2000s with the skimmer and button up all the time. You know what I'm talking about too. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He would always rock the golfing skimmers,
man. Yeah, dude.
and just like the button up like Goodwill shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now he's past that, and now he's back to like golden Buddy Guy with like top hats.
He had a
and
pink
shit.
suit on with a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a
A
dog.
lot of Hawaiian shirts. I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen him in a lot of Hawaiian shirts.
He just likes to be fucking comfortable.
I agree.
Especially now, like
I agree with that.
you know, who's he got to impress? He's been
He
way
dresses
past that
to
for a long
impress.
time.
But he just does it
But he
because
still
that's
does
who
it.
he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Class, man. Class act.
Go ahead, Davey.
Well, that's my line.
Oh,
We're
pardon,
gonna do this again.
pardon me.
Why we always got to do this?
Well,
Go ahead, David.
besides the clothes, because at the end of the day, they both got the clothing swag down. I look at like BB King's swagger is like. I feel like he's like the type of dude that like if you try to fuck with him, a bunch of people are gonna fuck you up.
Like he doesn't have to lift a finger.
Yes.
You know?
Well, Buddy Guy strikes me as the person that he will fuck you up.
up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like if you fuck with him, like he's going to fuck you up. So I feel like they have two different types of like Buddy Guy seems like the guy that's like protected. I mean, sorry, BB King seems the type of guy that's protected. And then Buddy Guy just seems like the wild man that like you just have to be careful.
Chi-Town, baby.
I'm gonna go
Honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go Buddy Guy because I think he just has more swag overall of everything.
Was that a round table?
Yeah.
That's a round table.
Oh
He
God.
just got more.
Wow.
Bring it around town for Buddy Guy.
You know? They both have it. BB King's got that classy swag that, you know, maybe I'll feel different as I get older. Maybe. you
Yeah,
know?
true.
Maybe when I get old, I'll be like, nah, BB King's the
Yeah.
cool guy.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like I can't deny Buddy Guy's the dude, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Swag.
Well,
Swag test.
how's BB gonna come out of this one? Buddy Guy won a lot of the 1 point round. It is only 1 point, but those extra 3 that
This is gonna be
Buddy
a
Guy
long
got right
episode.
now, it might be, might work to his advantage later. Stay tuned. Next up on the 2 point round, we're doing debut albums. Now, disclaimer: we know Buddy Guy was around for a while, playing with Junior Wells, and he was on the scene. But his first official solo album was "Left My Blues in San Francisco" from 1967. And then BB King, we got "The Blues" 1957.
Wow.
David, tell me about it.
Well, the Buddy Guy album is it's a good one, and it's like you get that late '60s thing going on. It's like a completely different feel and vibe. Like there's definitely anything in that time frame was impacted by the time. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like you feel it in this one. Obviously it's blues, but like I definitely feel like there's that influence in it. And it's got a lot of good tunes. I'm looking at it here. Man, this is a good one. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. But I think I'm gonna go BB King. I think I've just listened to that one more, and maybe I just have more of a personal preference for it. So I'm just stick with my guns and not overthink it. I'll go BB King.
Sweet.
Fair pick.
Fair play. Frank.
Yeah, if I'm looking at both of them, I'd say I would probably like more songs off the Buddy Guy album. It just has like Mother-in-Law Blues and fucking what's the song called? I Suffer the Blues. Which is more my vibe. I don't know. I like the title too. You know, it's kind of like the song.
It's kind of like the song.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my pick's Buddy Guy.
What do you think, Claire? It's up to you.
I'll be honest, I was listening to the wrong BB King album. I was listening to his second album. That was what I thought was his first album always until just now. But came out the same year.
They're not much different.
They're not too
style-wise,
much different.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right. I've listened to both albums.
Yeah.
I just wasn't thinking about that album, so I had my mind in the wrong place. But thinking about the other album, and now I'm thinking it differently. Because I like the BB King album because it's got that 3 o'clock in the morning blues. One of the greatest guitar solos recorded ever. It's just
good.
so good on that album. But I think Left My Blues in San Francisco as a whole album might take it for me. Because he got a lot of weird ones, like this Buddy's Groove.
Yeah.
Is literally
That's
him
a
just,
good one.
The band's just ticking, and he's just queuing up the band, and then he just starts soloing.
Yeah.
That's the song. It's just Buddy's Groove. It's just like, fuck
very
yeah,
fire.
dude. You know? Throw that on the album. Like, you know? I like Leave My Girl Alone. Stevie Ray Vaughan covers that. Every Girl I See. Crazy Love is like crazy. Like, it's a fun song to listen to, like with the drums. When My Left Eye Jumps, my dad loves that song. My dad showed me that song on a compilation disc of a Buddy Guy that he had. So that specific song off this album I've been hearing like my whole life. So I'm going to go with Buddy Guy on this one.
Wow.
Fair enough.
But this, I guess, second BB King album.
I just
Talk to me about
really-
talk to me about that one when you're ready to have that conversation.
I
I'll be
just-
ready.
I just think I really enjoy that 50s blues.
No, I feel
You know what
that.
I mean?
I do, yeah.
I think that's why I think I really like
The guitar.
the old, like I like it all, but that old stuff, man, it's just something there. I just really like it.
Makes you want to play cards.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what I mean.
You know, I want to just play cards and listen to good music.
$10, dude.
You know?
We do that. That's the best thing. That we legitimately do that.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're interested. Maybe we'll stream a poker
Dude.
tournament.
I'd be down.
Just
I'd
us
be
four
so
with-
down.
Us four with some
to have a-
whiskey on a Friday night.
I'm very down to do that.
Dude,
we should
we'll
do
talk
it.
about it. We'll do
I
it.
feel like people would enjoy it. We can have a chat open. People
Well-
could talk to us on there. We can respond. Be great.
We'll set up one more camera that goes just above the table so you could see
Dude,
just the
like-
chips, like our
Bird's
bets.
Like the World
our
Series
bets
of
and
Poker,
shit.
dude. We'll all have a little
Yeah.
camera by our
Yeah.
cards.
We
yeah,
could.
You can see under
Yeah.
the table.
We could. That'd be sick.
That would be funny.
Oh yeah, when they have the holes.
We'll talk about it.
Wow, we start our own poker league. That's how we actually get famous.
Next level, baby.
Never know.
Arbor Creek's on the come up.
Next up.
Racketeering.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Can I interrupt one more? I
Sure,
just
go.
got an idea.
Go
I
ahead.
go.
How cool would it be if we did like a series for the podcast where we did interview guests, but we did it in the form of a poker game?
Oh.
Like we got other musicians and got them to come and we chat, but we play poker.
That'd be crazy.
And that's how we do the interview.
So then we get their money.
Yes.
I like this.
Precisely. But then it's like there's a little bit extra thing thrown in there, and it makes
Yeah.
it unique, and it's not just a sit down, you know? I
Not a
don't know,
bad
just an
idea.
idea. I had to throw it out there.
More of a hang.
It's
Let us know what you think.
Yeah,
How about
tell
that,
us,
guys?
yeah. Yes.
You tell us. You think it's a cool idea? I think it'd be cool.
nothing like getting to know someone over a game
Yeah.
of poker.
You really get
I
to see
mean,
how they are.
It's
It
genuine-
kinda-
it's
How
genuine to
cutthroat
us,
are they?
you know?
Yeah, learning to read people.
Straight to the pockets.
Next up. Stone Crazy versus Thrill Is Gone.
Oh,
Song
man.
versus song.
Let me start it.
Go ahead.
Rip it.
This one, I gotta go Stone Crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I
I
want to
thought
start
for
this.
sure you would have did The Thrill Is Gone.
Same.
Nope.
Same.
I'm not. I had to throw the curveball in there.
Oh, fuck.
Because Stone Crazy is just like it goes wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, it is.
He shreds on that. That's like a great example of him just going haywire and like his dynamic range and the energy and the swag, and I'm going with it.
Wow.
Hot take. At least for me, that's a hot take from me for sure. But I'm doing it.
Stand your ground, dude, you know?
Yeah,
It feels good.
I had to.
It's getting hot in here. Your hot takes.
Oh, boy.
It's getting hot.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, that really threw me off that you picked that. I mean, it is fire,
I was excited for that one.
but song to song, like The Thrill Is Gone is, I don't know, I just feel like you have to pick it, you know? The groove, the whole groove for the whole entire thing, and I guess it really captures that image where, like you were saying earlier, people think he's great already.
Yeah.
Really, honestly, if you ask someone, name a BB King song,
That's the song.
that's the song they would name, you know? So,
Yeah. I mean, regardless of my pick,
No, I know.
Thrill Is
yeah.
Gone is
I'm
probably
just-
the better song.
I'm just saying,
you
yeah.
know?
I was picking The Thrill Is Gone because I just like it better. And I just think
Yeah.
it's a great example of just him,
Yeah.
like the perfect song, like the everything about it. It's just,
It's like the blues song, you know.
yeah, it's great to play again because the groove of the whole song, like the bass line, like everything about it is just fucking,
That was like next gen BB King,
yeah.
like from the golden era.
I feel that's like when he really blew up,
Yeah, no, for sure.
you know, like household name type shit.
It's the biggest song you ever had.
Is it? Yeah.
I
would
mean, I
assume.
think it's probably one of the biggest blues
Probably that and
type
Yeah.
Rock Me.
songs.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
won a Grammy.
But at
Yeah.
the same
Did
time,
he really?
Yeah.
Oh,
At
damn.
the same time, that's why I feel like it might be a little bit overhyped because of that.
Because it's blues music.
Hot take again.
Because it's this traditional blues song that everybody loves. They love it because it's like it's good.
I mean,
it's great.
that same bass line is in like so many other songs.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like it is
But-
great, but like I feel like you
Fuck
could
it, you know,
you
like-
could find 100 Thrill Is Gones out there musically.
but not BB King's.
yeah,
It's true, man. It's not BB
That's the
King's.
thing where it's like
I'm just saying.
different.
I'm just saying though.
They were drilling two hot takes in
Yeah.
one
Is
round.
it my
Wow.
turn? Am I the
Yeah.
deal,
Thrill
I'm
Is
the deal
Gone is
breaker?
overrated.
Thrill Is
Yeah,
Gone is
yeah.
overrated.
Oh my
Stop
God.
covering it. Don't play it anymore.
Tiebreaker.
Huh?
If I were listening to the studio recordings, we're going off of the studio recordings.
Yes, this is the song.
Come on, Lair.
Buddy Guy, man, Stone Crazy.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank
Studio-
you.
for the studio recording.
Wow.
But if I'm gonna go live,
Yeah, Thrill Is Gone
I would
live
pick,
is a different
I would
animal.
pick BB King.
Oh man.
The studio version is good. I like it. No disrespect to the song, but then it has strings. It's more production.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's
Ray Charles
awesome.
tune.
It's awesome. It's just not. I just don't think of that as like a blues song. Like I would think of Stone Crazy as like a Chicago blues song.
Wow, dude. I can't believe you.
I gotta go with.
This is
gotta
the
go with
hottest
Buddy
take
Guy.
we've ever given, I think.
And I'm gonna be honest. I was going into this thinking about picking BB King.
We should
this
add a
whole
hot
time,
take
and then
round.
you kind of spun me around,
Yeah,
David.
man, I'm telling you,
To the
dude.
game, dude.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
It's an awesome song, and then when the drums just start going too, and it just falls in time.
Yeah.
Buddy Guy's just playing over all of it.
It's sick.
It's great. Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna go this way.
I love
Wow.
it.
Wow.
Good surprise.
Just when you think you've seen it all,
Just when you think you know a guy.
you think you know me.
You think you know me.
You don't have a clue. All right. Now we're talking about the blues. We can't talk about the blues without throwing some live element in there. So we're doing live albums.
Of
Oh, man.
course.
Buddy Guy, live at the Checkerboard Lounge.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town, baby. What up?
Legendary.
Wow.
No longer
Versus,
place.
yeah, no, sadly. BB King, live at the Regal.
Classic.
One of the most famous
Wow.
live albums ever.
Classic.
Definitely one of his bigger albums.
Yeah. I have that one on
Wait.
vinyl as well.
What year was that? 1964.
5.
5.
And I know,
And the Checkerboard Lounge was 79.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
it was 79.
Both shows are fire. Larry.
Oh. I've been listening to Live at the Regal for a long time. I don't remember how I heard of it, but I remember hearing of it somehow being like the go-to live BB King album. I don't remember where I found this information, but I remember hearing that, and I was like, I got to listen to this album, and I bought it on iTunes, so I had it on not my iPhone, my iPod.
iPod Touch, dude.
On my iPod. But so I would always listen to that, and it stuck with me, and it was obviously huge influence, you know. And then the Checkerboard Lounge I only started listening to more recently, and I've been listening to Buddy Guy just as long as I said earlier. My dad liked him, so I've been hearing him my whole life, but not really not this particular live album until late. And it's just it's such a smoker, like so many deep grooves and like funk, like elements to it. And it's just kind of a different era, but there are similarities in like some of the leads and like the slower blues stuff. But I gotta go with Live at the Regal because of the longevity. I've just known it for so long, and those licks will stick with me in my head forever.
Sick.
Wow.
Good, Frank.
I'm also gonna have to pick Live at the Regal. I just think it's more of a legendary show for BB King. Like Buddy Guy playing at the Checkerboard Lounge, like that was like a usual occurrence.
Yeah, it was like just his show.
Like, but it is awesome that it was live recorded and like that moment in time is like captured. But the BB King live record is just more.
It's like iconic.
It's legendary. That was funny. You got
Whoops a daisy.
You got
whoops
the
a
hat
daisy.
on. Yeah. So my pick is BB King.
Larry, we're on camera. We can't hide from that stuff anymore.
I'm all right.
All right. You good?
You look like a fool.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
Straight out the microphone, buddy.
Next video, he just has a black
Look a little
eye.
sideways.
I'm just playing, man.
There you go.
So
Go ahead, Dave.
I agree with you guys. I think that Live at the Regal is like, I don't know. It's more of a special album, you know.
Yeah.
And it is really good. I don't even know if it's my favorite live
It's not.
BB King album.
It's not.
That's the thing.
I thought you were gonna pick Live at Cook County, to be totally honest.
Either way,
But
I do have that one.
it's really good. And Live at Cook County, Live at Ole Miss, all great. The Checkerboard Lounge, though, for me, what's special about it is like from the very beginning, they just come in with the fucking Chicago blues shuffle just going, like right off the bat. And like that just gets me going. Like that really does, dude. Like is something special about that, you know? Like they literally just right off the bat are just they getting it. And I'm like, God, like how can I not listen to this? How can I turn this off? You know, like it sucks me in immediately and I love it. But sorry, I just hit the table.
Oh,
My
boy.
bad, guys. But that being said, it is good, but I do feel BB King album is a little bit more special, especially to him, where I don't know. I don't really know how to put it into words, but I think I got to go to BB King as well on this one with you guys.
It's a round table.
Round table.
You know,
Bring it around.
Keep it round.
Now we're doing it on purpose.
Dude, the mic. Dude, watch out.
Not again. On to the 3-point round.
Not again. Testing.
Influence on us.
Wow.
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Larry.
I would have to go with Buddy Guy. Again, because I've seen him live over 5 times.
and he's Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's local. Yeah. So, yeah, that's why. Sorry, BB King.
Short, sweet, to the point. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, my pick is also Buddy Guy because of you being such a big Buddy Guy fan. Obviously, it's going to come out and you're playing.
That alone.
That alone, I mean, it's literally like the most direct influence I could see. I can name maybe like one or two other guitar players I really hear and you're playing, but one of them for sure is
100%.
that man.
Same guitar, too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what gives the sound,
Yeah.
like the real high pitch blues, like licks. It sound like little tiny wires, you know, dancing on your eardrums.
Nice and sharp. Piercing.
Buddy Guy.
Go ahead, David.
Buddy Guy. All the same reasons.
Keep it round.
Yeah, I think
Chicago guy. He's more crossover than traditional blues, and we aren't a traditional blues band.
Yep.
But the blues it's in us. It's rooted in us and our
Very true.
sound. So I just gotta go Buddy Guy, man. And we've seen him. You know, it's just simple. I think.
Yeah, and just the fact alone that it's imprinted so much into Larry's playing
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, he said it was like top 3 guitar players. So
Yeah. It's definitely. in
it's
there.
evident, like, if like any guys like are like, like I haven't dived too much in the Buddy Guy, and then you listen to our stuff, but yeah, I could totally hear it. He's really influenced by him.
100%.
Sweet. Influence on music as a whole, like their legacies,
Oh boy.
and they both got big ones, man.
It's crazy.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one because, you know, kind of talking about what Larry said earlier. He's saying, like, if you play like BB King, you'll be all right. That's what Buddy's
Yeah.
dad told him. So it's kind of like, you know, chicken and egg kind of situation.
But at the same time, so many famous guitar players were heavily influenced by Buddy Guy
I
That-
was gonna say
that
that.
weren't blues guitar players.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, so it's like he was influenced by BB King, but then he influenced a lot of other people in a different way, and it's like because of his originality, because of his play on, you know, the blues guitar style. Well, it's very tough.
Tell me more
It's very tough.
and just answer what you're gonna give.
Oh, sorry there. Well, as I was saying, you know, BB King's like, you know, the first influence.
Yeah.
And then Buddy Guy took influence, made it his own thing, and then influenced many guitar players from there and played with a lot of people. And it's really hard to say because it's like, on the other hand, I think when you talk about guitar players to more average people, they might know who BB King is, but they might not know who Buddy Guy is.
Yeah.
So it's like, one maybe has more of a famous legacy.
Slightly more mainstream.
Yeah, but the other might be more influential possibly as a guitar player. So I don't. It's like a tough. It's quite the conundrum. You know what I mean?
Most
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go BB King because he's
Wow.
an OG. He's old school. He's more, I think, recognizable of a name, and he's just a legend. I mean, they both are, but like, yeah, I'm gonna go BB King on this one. I think he probably just deserves it, being an OG, being the main influencer. You know.
Sweet. Frank.
Wow. I'm gonna just go based off of like guitar playing. I think if you like put BB King and Buddy Guy at the top of like each of their trees and just like branched off to all the different guitar players that were like influenced, I would think that the Buddy Guy tree would be a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go with the Buddy Guy.
But the thing is the BB King tree
I don't know, I
would
did-
connect to the Buddy Guy tree.
yeah, but I think his
So his tree is also.
I think
part
it,
of
it runs dry after a bit though.
It's
and
all in
BB
the same
King-
forest.
Buddy
But I'm
Guy's
just
is
saying,
longer.
like,
it is all in the
If
same
you're doing a
forest.
tree format, BB King's tree leads into Buddy Guy,
No, I
which means
understand.
that it's all part of BB King's tree. So
No.
Yeah,
that's how trees work.
that tree analogy was stupid, Frank.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's
I
how
said at
trees
the top
work.
of each of their own trees.
But that's what I'm saying. In his own tree, Buddy Guy's in the tree, so then Buddy Guy's tree is all part of BB King's tree.
No,
Because then you're saying that Buddy Guy's not in BB King's tree, which would be inaccurate. It's impossible. I don't like the tree idea.
either way, my pick is Buddy Guy. So fuck you guys.
It's like a distant cousin that's so distant. Fuck him. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Go.
It's a little incesty, guys.
Ugh.
Oh.
Go ahead, Larry.
Dude, it's my 8th cousin.
Well, now we see how Larry rolls.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, you know, me and Al are cousins.
Bada bing. Oh, God. Cancel us now.
I would have to go with
Please
BB
don't.
King. I have to go with BB
Wow.
He's doing
Wow.
it. He's doing
because
it.
of the tree.
You've been pretty much riding Buddy all night.
He said because of
Because of the tree.
All right, Ron, I should have picked a different type of diagram, you know.
I get what you're saying, though. Buddy Guy probably has influence.
If
more
you're talking
guitar
strictly
players.
guitar, yeah,
that's,
it's for
all,
sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just giving you a hard time.
No, I understand. I get it.
He's about to storm off. That's it.
Next
I'm
round.
going.
Next round. Go.
That's right.
I'm going to go with BB King because
You already picked it.
Buddy Guy would say.
We heard you.
Just want to reiterate.
You're good.
You guys want to hear it again?
No.
Hey, what'd
Who'd
you
you
pick?
pick?
Are you
I
sure?
don't remember.
So I got BB King. That's my pick. Because of the tree.
You ready?
I think so.
Is it time?
Is that time?
Larry, David's about to.
Buh,
Buh.
buh,
You do this thing with the screen. Buh.
Again?
Yeah.
Buh.
buh, buh.
Baby,
Bah,
baby,
bah, bah,
Once
bah,
more.
bah, 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 bah,
From the
bah,
Harbor
bah,
Creek
bah, 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 bah,
Laboratory
bah, bah,
to your
bah, 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 bonus round.
bonus round.
Sick.
Oh.
Who wants to go first? You know what? Wait. I'll go.
Oh,
Sure, I'll go.
Send it, Al. Send it
Whoever's
away.
ready. All right. I think I'm going to give BB King 5 points total. 3 points will be not just because of BB King, but I think it's really cool that 3 kings came from Memphis. You have the Beale Street Blues King, BB King. You have Elvis Presley, king of rock and roll. And then you have Jerry the King Lawler, the king of Memphis. So, 3 points for that.
legendary town.
Yeah, legendary town, legendary music,
Town of
Sun
Kings.
Records. So really, it's for Memphis. And then I'm gonna give one more point because when this dude first started, he played like 300 and like he played a show every day of the year, or like more than 365 days, like in a year. He
row.
was playing like doubles, and he played
Oh,
he
damn.
was gone all year. Like he didn't come home. He toured for a whole year and played over 365 shows.
That's crazy.
Road dog. Yeah, it's in his documentaries.
Savage.
It's sick. And then my fifth point, I love a lot of his music, but I just remember really specifically liking this song, and it was on one of the gold
Anthology or something.
yeah, the gold anthology thing. I think Larry knows what I'm talking to. Is me and John used to sing it. John really likes the song, but it's because it's a random one not a lot of people talk about, but it's just called Sneaking Around With You. And it's like he's just sleeping around with this chick, and he's tired of sneaking around, so he's letting her go. Hello, pretty baby. I'm
song.
calling to say that we're through because I'm so tired of sneaking around with you. But it's sick. So, 5 points there.
Oh boy.
And I think I'm gonna give them both 5 points because I think they just both deserve just the optimal as much points as possible. I think they both deserve that rightfully.
Wow.
You know, here we don't always give 5 points. We actually we all haven't gave all 5. I remember in the beginning we were always giving 5 points. 'Cause
We were
could.
excited.
We were excited, and we started taking away points,
Yeah.
and now we do like a point and a half. But they
No,
both
yeah.
deserve it all today, and
Yeah, dude.
just because what we talked about earlier. Well, again, I've seen Buddy a few times, never seen BB sadly, but Buddy, like, he just controls his band with such a, like, I don't know, like you really have to watch your shit if you're playing with him, and I just love his overall, just him being an entertainer. I was thinking about it earlier when we were talking about, I don't know if we were talking about the live album or something, but I'd say I'd rather listen, if I listen to live albums, I'd rather listen to BB King, but I'd rather watch Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
Rather watch
it's
it,
because
yeah.
when you hear him on a record, you hear him get quiet, or you hear him walking off, and there's just random ringing and stuff, and it's just like you just know he's doing something that you should be seeing,
But you want to see
but
it.
you can't hear it.
Yep.
It like because it's you can't put two and two together. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'd
that's a
rather
good
watch
point.
him than listen to his live stuff. But BB I could just listen to
This
because
is
it's
true.
kind of like how it is on the records all the time. But it's just like it's all fair love and war when fucking Buddy's on stage, dude. He's just gonna melt your face off, and he's just awesome. And we saw him a couple weeks ago, and you know we got a table. We were at Legends, really close. Dude comes around right by us.
Right by us.
And that was the first time you've seen Buddy Guy, right?
No, I've seen him a couple times. This is my third time. We've all seen him.
This was my third time too.
Yeah, this is my third time.
I think it was my fourth.
We seen him with
I
Jeff
don't
Beck.
remember.
Okay, yeah, and that's another thing I'm gonna add to the 5 points. It's like it doesn't dawn like I would like thought of back on it. R.I.P. Jeff Beck. We'll have an episode on you eventually. But when he died, like we were all like reminiscing on that stuff, and I was like, we literally saw Jeff Beck and Buddy Guy shred together on stage, and that's like
On Buddy Guy's birthday.
it's
It was great.
It was a legendary
you
show.
can't even put into words how crazy that is. Like it's freaking wild. But yeah, 5 points for both. Done. Someone go next.
I'm just gonna go next because
Rip it.
get out the way.
Send it in.
So, BB King's gonna get 5 points for being a legendary badass, and his favorite food was catfish. It's awesome. I feel like I've said so much about these guys that it's like
Yeah, I know.
you
It's
what
hard
I
to find the bonus points now.
But Buddy Guy, he's gonna get 5 points because one of the things that he talks about when we saw him, he talked about it that he grew up like extremely poor in the South, and like he came from nothing, and I mean a lot of blues guys did, you know, but I think it's just awesome that he really preaches like the gratitude and enjoyment of life, and it's a beautiful thing. And he's lived such a long, amazing life, and it's really cool to see someone who's still grateful and still pushing that message like all this time.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. And then also because he is the polka dot guy, and it's sick.
Yeah.
Polka dots are his thing, so I had to mention that in the bonus round. Which, after we saw him, I actually looked into that, and the polka dot thing comes from his mother. I guess his mother wore polka dots. I
Really?
didn't know that, but that's what he said. Someone asked him that in an interview or whatever, and he said that like that was his mother's fashion thing. Like she liked polka dots, so he wears polka dots. And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's sick.
Yeah, he wanted to get her a Cadillac, like polka dots or something like that.
Yeah, that was part of the. Yeah, I didn't know that until after we just saw him recently. I looked into it. Super cool. So yeah, I'm just doing 5 and 5.
One of y'all just jump on in.
I'll do it. I'll give Buddy Guy a point for the fact that I seen him live. I want to give Buddy Guy another point for his vocals because I gave the vocal round to BB King, so I'm giving him his point back. I'll give him another point for being one of my all-time favorites. I'll give him another point for being a local guy. That's 5 points, right?
Well, you gave 4 reasons, so you have to give one more.
Okay, and then
You gave a point each.
You love him.
and he plays a strat. I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
5 points. There you
yeah.
go.
BB King, I want to give points to Lucille. Just because he named his guitar Lucille and he stuck by it. And I heard this. There's a video of him explaining how he named the guitar Lucille, which I think is cool. He was playing a show with Lucille, pre-named. And he was playing at a club somewhere in the South. And 2 guys started arguing and got into a fight. Tipped over a kerosene lamp. That's how old this motherfucker is. You know what I mean?
Kerosene.
He's playing at a bar where they have kerosene lamps. And the kerosene lamp tips over and the place starts on fire. Everybody evacuates the building. Come to find out that the guys that were fighting in the bar, they were fighting over a girl named Lucille. And he said that he'll name the guitar Lucille because of that night, and he'll never, argue or whatever, blah, 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 with his guitar. Something along those lines in so many words. But it was named after the girl that these 2 guys were fighting over that burned the bar he was playing at down.
That's wild.
Yeah, in like the early 50s. And that was... So I'll give maybe 2 points for Lucille. I want to give another point to B.B. King. Rest his soul. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, his last show was in Chicago at the House of Blues. And he collapsed on stage. So I want to just put the respect where it is, earned or respect for B.B. King for literally playing until he died. Over 365 days, you said a year, right? He had
In the
a show.
early years, yeah.
Yeah, in the early years, right. But I'm saying touring and playing relentlessly until he died essentially on stage at 90 years old. I mean, he was born in 1925.
I mean, it's like
It
if
was
you're
amazing.
gonna play the blues, you don't really.
He
stop,
lived it. He lived
Yep.
it.
I just feel like that's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you can play other types of music and you can retire. But like if you're a real blues person, you just
can't retire.
die.
You can't retire from the blues.
There's no retiring. You die. You just
Yeah.
you are the blues and then you die.
Yeah.
Like
And
the
it's just
true the true ones,
And even though he died at 90, and this was a couple years back, and like I was a huge B.B. King fan, like when he was alive, and I should have seen him, missed him. My cousin Marty had seen him, but I never got a chance to actually see him live. My dad had seen him live, but to just do that, it just blows my mind to like continuously play literally until you die. It just blows my mind, and that's the plan, right? I mean, he literally is the blues, so respect for that. And Buddy Guy's en route. God bless him.
I like that.
Right? I mean, he's still playing. He's 86 years old. He's still going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
I don't think he's going to stop.
He's en route.
He's en route. He's
Yeah,
en
I mean,
route.
he
we're all en
he
route.
literally
You know what I
said-
mean?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
there
He
we go.
literally
Yeah.
said he's not going to stop. Like,
Right.
he's just done with the world touring thing,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is understandable.
Yeah,
but he
fair,
said he's still
yeah.
going to be playing festivals. And he's still going to play.
It's crazy to think he's going on a world
Club.
tour at 86.
That's what I'm like, dude.
Yeah, it's
what?
like I was like, no way.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome.
I thought it was just going to be the U.S.
Yeah.
wild.
So it was 5 and 5.
Yeah, it's 5 and 5.
Sweet. Let's make it 5 and 5.
Do what you want, man. Do what you want.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't have so many cool reasons, so I was just gonna go 3 and 3,
2, 3, and 3.
right down the middle.
Make the math harder for me. That's fine.
It's the same math, basically.
I'm just joking.
But for BB King, the live performance I talked about earlier, where he changes guitar string on stage, like it's on YouTube. You can go and watch the whole show. It's phenomenal. And then the same show I talked about with Buddy Guy when he's playing with Buddy Miles and Jack Bruce. That whole show is also on YouTube. And it's just amazing. Like, they're both amazing musicians, and you really can't say different. Like, nobody can really say, like, they're not good. It's just, it's been past that level for so many years that it's not even, like, a question or, like, a thought in someone's head that they would even say, like, oh, I'm not sure, or something like that, like, it is what it is, and the people just have to accept it, and if you don't know, you just don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 3 and 3.
Sick. Whoa.
If everybody
The votes are in.
If everybody gave 5 and 5 and 3 and 3 around, it should all just cancel out, and right?
But yeah, but it's still gonna make the points
Yeah,
bigger. So I'm
I
gonna read off
suppose,
the total.
Big points.
Oops.
Oh, you did it
I
now.
did it now. Damn it! It's because I'm wearing a hat.
The
No,
cousin-
that's it. No hats.
You
That's
got
it.
a red hat, you got a blue hat, and you're both cousins.
You gotta have beanies,
All right, the winner of the battle of the blues legends.
Oh, man.
What do you got?
Yeah.
28. BB King 24.
Yeah.
Not that.
Wow.
Not that crazy. It was very close.
Wow.
I think it's expected,
Rightfully so.
considering that we've seen Buddy Guy and he's from, here, and
Yeah.
it just makes sense for us
Gotta keep it homegrown.
for him to win our battle.
I think the best I ever saw him is when we saw him at the Rialto.
That was really good too.
And that was literally like a week before COVID like really hit. It was
Yeah,
on,
it was crazy.
It was on Leap Day, February 29th of 2020.
Yeah.
Weird, crazy day thinking about it, looking back.
We also saw him live with Eric Gales.
Eric Gales and with Jeff Beck.
The list goes on. I mean,
He's played with so many people.
Bobby Rush. He's still with us today. He's performing at 90 or 91 years old.
Bobby Rush, y'all.
Wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about it, dude. That the song they have together, "Stay Around a Little Longer,"
Yeah.
shit makes me cry. It does.
It's a great
It's a good
song.
one.
Yep.
That's another thing too. Is if you were to ask either one of them the questions that we were asked today, they would say the same thing about each other. I mean, they were friends themselves.
Yeah.
That's the best part. It's because
I
they
thank
recognize,
the
like, real
Lord
recognize
for
real. You
letting
know what I
me-
mean?
It was just all
And that's
growth
just
all
what it
around, like
is.
never any like tearing down or
No,
like.
yeah.
I'm sure there was shit talking, but like friendly shit talking like happens most of the time.
Well, it's all
you know?
like you can't even like you're hearing him play, and it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I got to try and do this, and then it's just like you try and you push each other to be better. You know what I mean?
Then everybody gets better.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, quick shout out.
Uh-oh.
Quick shout out the Foo Fighters and the Sonic Highways. The lyrics came from Buddy Guy. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, like he took it from like the interviews in the show.
Oh,
He was talking about how he
damn.
learned, like he wanted to play guitar. He would, button on a string. He would hear the notes.
Yep.
And the song, a button on the string, down, down, down,
Oh,
down.
no
That's
way.
how Buddy
and
Guy
I
started.
heard everything. Yeah, that's how he started,
But
like,
he
and wanting to
built
play
his
guitar.
own guitar out of nothing.
I'm something from nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that song's about Chicago.
Stay woke.
Like they had songs about all the cities they covered, and Buddy Guy was in the episode, and they took that story in the song.
You know, I forgot about that,
It's sick.
and that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Legendary.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's done it all. He threw a pitch at a Cubs game.
I mean,
You
come
know
on.
what I mean? Yeah, like he's that guy.
Sweet. Well,
Bless.
thank you, everybody.
Oh yeah.
It's been Battle Supreme. This was a long one, but this was a fun one. We were very enthusiastic.
Emotional.
Make sure you share the podcast, spread the word.
Yeah.
ArborCreeksBattleSupreme.com. You can find all that, the audio podcast form. And then go to YouTube, youtube.com/Arbor Creek Official. To
Subscribe.
check out the episodes. Subscribe. Like the video. It helps out more than you'll ever know.
Hit
Leave
that
a
like
comment.
button.
Listen to the man.
You know, tell us how wrong we are. We
Yeah.
want to hear it. Like, let us know. you know?
Talk to us.
It can be mean.
We're gonna arrange a meeting. It's
fine.
all right.
Please, be mean. I invite you. Do it.
Follow your
Bye, everybody.
destiny in the